Mr. Transformers 96 here with Mandy J. We are reviewing the Funko Pop movie moment Pennywise in the Gutter Hot Topic exclusive set. So this is one that I was very excited about because I'm really into these movie moments right now, and this is one that I totally wanted to get, and I got it via Mandy J.
Because I'm ever so nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm super excited. I really love how he looks in the gutter just because I feel like it does a good enough illusion to make me think that there's more than just his head in there.
Yeah, they do a great job of making it deep enough that you really get like the black in there, and you really can't just see that it's just a head on a black, base. They did a nice job of that, and they also, it helps that the black base is lower than the gray section. So he does actually look really lowered in there, and even with a good amount of light shined on him through the camera lens, you really can't tell that he's not just like in a gutter.
Well, he's in the gutter. He's just not, like, it looks
in a
like
real
he's
gutter.
more. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I do like how they've displayed the SS Georgie, because I didn't know how they were going to display that when I first heard of this movie moment, and, like, not blocking his face and everything. But I think he definitely looks really awesome.
Yeah, they did a great job, and as you can see on it, it does actually say SS Georgie, which I think is very fun. So
Ultra zoom in.
Ultra zoom in. And you get an ultra zoom in on that creepy little Pennywise. This is very much the same like Pennywise design as the original one that just came with the boat from just a regular series of Pennywises.
I feel like his eyebrows are a little, or his like little, they look a little bit more evil.
Yeah, I mean,
if that makes sense.
It's not the same head, because it's actually smaller than your typical pop head, but it's the same designed head for the most part. They did actually add in some new paint, like the new Pennywises have a layer of like black around their eyes, like spray painted, which the first ones didn't, and this one does have that. So.
And then they accented the eyebrows as well, so that way you can really tell the motion of the eyebrow. So I definitely like how this looks, and I also like the water. The water looks really amazing, even though it's like really like ultra blue. I like the little details of the raindrops and everything in the water.
The water is absolutely my favorite part of this. I think it looks stunning. I'm really into it. They did a great job of making it translucent, but enough where you don't see the gray underneath.
Yeah, it has a good motion to it. Like, it's in action. And then also, one thing that kind of bugs me, if you look over by Georgie's feet, like if you look at his feet, the one thing that I'd have to nitpick about with the water is that he's floating on the water. He's not actually in the water.
That's true. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, you're right. He is kind of like floating on top of it.
Because even his back foot really shows that it's more on top of the water than actually in the water. Yeah. So I would have liked to seen them put the pop on this gray base first and then add the water, just so that way it's more like he's actually in the water getting wet than actually being just kind of awkwardly floating.
Yeah, I totally agree. You're right. That's something I didn't notice, but yeah, that would have added a little bit more realism had.
Because it does look like his fingers might. No, never mind. It's just how his fingers are placed. Because it would have been nice to see part of his hand in the water and part of his hand not in the water.
Yeah, that'd
just kind of add a little bit more to it would be nice.
But the raindrops look really cool. You do have some pieces that are like splashing up, and then you have the ripple effects in there as well. And then you do have the like lines where it's like pulling inside the gutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is neat. One thing that I would have kind of liked is that in the scene it's fully raining and there's a lot of water coming down on the gutter. It would be really cool if there was some water drops up here and maybe some water spilling over, because it's like going into his mouth.
That would be nice too, just to kind of show that like that weather,
like, Yeah, it looks like it kind of just... it's weird because you have just raindrops just on the rain,
Yeah, that
doesn't
is
really
true.
make sense.
I would have liked to see it more like here. Or I would have liked to seen, like, they should have went with a darker gray.
Oh, yeah?
Just to show that this was wet. Because this does look like dry concrete. It doesn't look like wet concrete.
True, yeah. That would look a little bit better.
But also, just a thought, this is a street, right?
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't this look like a street?
Oh, that's right. It's not black.
And this is, like, the sidewalk. Makes sense. But this isn't, like, the width of a sidewalk.
Yeah,
either.
You're right.
Like, just to point that out.
When you look at this, and it's not very realistic because the rain is in the right places. He's on a sidewalk, even though it should be a street. The sidewalk itself isn't big enough. But what's nice is all that stuff I'm just noticing now, and I've had this for like a week or two. So it's something that if you really think about it's not good, but it still captures the moment in the movie, even if it's a little bit more in a cartoonish setting and not like super ultra realistic. So
I definitely think this is still wonderful and amazing, and I do like the little detail of the worms. If you were to move this, you do get like
the dirt there,
the worm route and everything in the dirt. So like this is kind of cool. I really do like that kind of attention to detail, but I feel like they should have did it throughout the entire
Yeah.
pop if they were going to actually do that.
It's really like they just took the moment and just chunked it right off, which I kind of like. They didn't like just not paint the back or anything because it's not meant to be. It's like you got a chunk. You've got the chunk of the scene there,
Yeah.
which I think is very fun. The issue that I have with this, or at least that I had at the beginning, is the fact that you don't really get 2 pops with this. And with movie moments, you're supposed to get 2 pops on a base. Now they do kind of make it a little bit more worth your while, or at least worth the money for the fact that you get like this large chunk in the back here. This is actually quite a bit of plastic. So even though you really just get the head, you don't actually get 2 figures. You're getting more plastic from this because I do have the Star Wars movie moment with Phasma and Finn, and that's much lighter than this. This is actually really heavy because of the chunk that you get on the right. So even though you don't technically get 2 figures, you do get the amount of 2 figures. My biggest issue with movie moments in general is the fact that the figures don't come off the bases at all. I think that they should just be pegged in, and then you can remove them. I think that would be great. That way, if you wanted to display them somewhere else, you can do that. Because the Phasma, I would almost like to display that in my just collection of Phasmas, and I can't because she's attached to the base. Same thing with this. I think it would be nice if you could remove Georgie at least.
Just have a head of Pennywise.
Well, yeah, because then you could add, other things. You could put the Georgie without the arm on this as well, if you wanted.
Oh, true. That would be cool.
Yeah, you could do more things. You could place it exactly where you wanted them to.
My just thought is you have like your whole collection of Pennywises, and then you just put the head in there with it, just the head, nothing else.
It'll be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think some of the like movie moments, I think it makes sense to keep them permanently on the bases just because of their poses or how they are. It's like weird not to have them interacting with whatever they're supposed to be interacting with. Mm-hmm. But also it'd just be kind of funny if you could put Georgie on your like Flint and Phasma. Like you're like you can interchange characters and be like, you know what, they're now in Star Wars.
Yeah, it'd be fun. And if you wanted to like put a second character on your movie moment, but it's just you don't have enough space, if it was removable, you could just kind of move it over and then put the other one on it. Now this way you don't have any room, because I almost wanted to put my BB-8 on the Star Wars movie moment, and if I could just move the figures around, I could have fit them, but I really can't because they're like dead center. So it's just I wish that they were removable because it doesn't hurt it to have them removable at all. So.
Yeah, because all they would have to do is like treat it like one of those stand pegs that you get with any pop that needs extra balance. So
yeah, exactly. But yeah, overall, I think this is a terrific movie moment. I believe Hot Topic retails these for like $34, right?
I think it's $32.50.
$32.50. Okay, so that's not bad. So that's basically because no, that is bad. Never mind. Yeah, it is. It's more than 2 pops together. But you get a full base. So. Overall, I think it's a good.
Well, hold on. We have the box here. Why are we questioning
is there a
ourselves?
price on the box?
I was right. It's $32.50.
$32.50. Yeah. So, I mean, Hot Topic always charges more for these things. So I think that like an average store will probably cost like $25 for this. Because wait,
it's a Hot Topic exclusive.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah. But with the
other ones,
the Star Wars one. I think that retailed for like $20. I think GameStop was selling it for like $25. So they obviously charge more for it. So for Hot Topic's pricing, it's an okay price, I think.
Yeah, because I know that Hot Topic for an average pop that isn't an exclusive, it is $12.50. An exclusive is going to be $14.90 or like $15. No, it's $15.
Only for the Diamond Edition ones. The regular exclusives are still $12.50 though. So.
Yeah.
So they just charge more.
My power line. Oh yeah, no, my power line is $12.50, but the Diamond exclusives are $14.50. Where like box lunch is like $10.90, and I know that like you can get pops there for like at Walmart for like $8 something. So
yeah, so every place has their own pricing range, but this is a Hot Topic exclusive, which means it is more expensive than your average movie moment. So, but I do still think it's worth it. It's a really nice set. It's in a very iconic scene. Like some of the movie moments that they're doing are not from super like uber iconic scenes.
Yeah.
They're cool, but they're just not like from a massive scene.
Yeah.
This is a huge scene that has been in pop culture for quite a while.
Here's a thought. I would like to see Ursula with her cauldron and Ariel.
Oh, there's so many fun ones that you can do.
That one I would so die for.
Totally.
Okay, I just had that like, because I was thinking of the Jack and Sally on top of the mountain. I'm like, I really want that
iconic,
one.
Yeah.
But then I was like, ooh, you would be really great. I had like I had a squirrel moment.
Oh no, I get that.
Proud to say.
I've been doing that the last couple of weeks where I just kind of think of like, if I could pick a movie moment, what would I pick? And I'd be coming up with things in my head. But yeah, overall, I think this is a nice set. I would highly recommend it to any it collectors, especially if you're a movie moment collector. And if you haven't tried out movie moments yet, this is a nice one to get you started. Just because they're great. I'm loving them, and I hope more people experience them because they're very cool.
Yeah, and I really do hope that like these take off and that they like actually do well, and then Funko believes that these are definitely worth the effort of producing and making, just because I really enjoy this and I'm a huge movie fan, so I would love to collect like iconic movie scenes.
Totally, I'm totally in the same boat. I think that it's great, and I hope they continue.
Yeah. Well, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to leave them.
And thanks so much for watching.